Today, my dearest learners, today I'm going to discuss and demonstrate to you on how to weigh liquid and dry ingredients. So to start, the very first step in doing this activity is to perform mise en place. Mise en place is a French term which means to put everything in place. That means to say that before going through the process, we will have to make sure that all the tools, materials, and ingredients that we will be needing in the activity are prepared. So these are the things that we will be needing for this activity. Let's start with the ingredients first. Ingredients are classified into two, the liquid and dry ingredients. So liquid ingredients we have here. For the liquid ingredients, we have here water and vanilla. For the dry ingredients, we have baking powder, salt, flour, white sugar, as well as brown sugar. And for this activity, since we will be doing measuring of ingredients in baking, we will be using measuring cups. So we have two kinds of measuring cups here. The one that is transparent, which is ideal for liquid ingredients, and the other one is a measuring cup which have varying sizes. So these are ideal for measuring dry ingredients like flour and sugar. Then we will also be needing spatula. Spatula will be used later for leveling off the ingredients after it is being measured. And then we also have spoon to scoop up the ingredients, and then this chopstick for stirring the powdered ingredients. Then mixing bowls, so we can have a container where our ingredients will be placed after measuring. Then we also have here sifter for flour and other powder ingredients that needs to be sifted. So since everything is already prepared, let's start the activity by measuring first the flour. So we have here cake flour. As you can see, cake flour is classified as dry ingredients, and if flour is stored for a very long time already, there is a tendency that it will get compact, closely compact. So in order to aerate this and remove the unnecessary particles like lumps into it before using it in baking, we have to sift it first. So we'll just have to put this in the sifter. And then with your other palm sideward, you gently shake the sifter like this. So as you can see, the flour is starting to aerate. It's loosely compact now compared than before, and the lumps are being separated through the use of sifter. So once you're done sifting, it's now the perfect time to measure it. So supposing you will be needing 1 cup of cake flour. So all you need to do is to use the measuring cup, which is 1 cup, and use a spoon to scoop the flour into the cup. It is a no-no to scoop it directly to the cup because there is a tendency that you will not be able to get the accurate measurement. So you'll just have to scoop it until it's heaping. What do you mean by heaping? Kanang muawas na siya sa measuring cup. Dapat punon jud siya. Do not shake the measuring cup. Kaya kung imong i-shake ang measuring cup, mas daghan ang masulod sa 1 cup nga flour. Dili na siya accurate. So, it's already heaping. Puno na siya. So, ang next thing mong buhaton is to level off using the spatula. It should be positioned like this. No, nagbarog silbi ang spatula. Using the edge, you have to scoop it up. If walay spatula, you can use the edge, the straight edge of a knife. Of course, atong mga balay naman yung knife. So, kung walay spatula, you can use the edge of a knife. But if naa, kanila gamita because this is the exact tool to be used in leveling off dry ingredients for measurement. So, imo ra siyang i-level off like this. So, and this is now 1 cup of cake flour. Next that we're going to measure are sugar. I have two kinds of sugar here. So I have white sugar and brown sugar, and these two have different characteristics. So if you're going to compare, white sugar is more loosely compact, compared to brown sugar, and brown sugar is a little bit sticky as well. So the measurement process of these two is different also. So with white sugar, if you notice, you have to observe first if the sugar has lumps in it. But if it doesn't have any lumps, there is no need for sifting. All you just need to do is just to stir it, in preparation for measuring. So stirring would also ensure nga wala joy lumps present in the sugar before measuring it. So once it's already stirred, same process that we have earlier, you'll just use the spoon in scooping. So say for example, I'll be needing 1/8 cup of sugar. So what I will do is to scoop the sugar in it. And then, until it's heaping, just like this. When it's already heaping, with the use of spatula, level it off like this. This is your 1/8 cup of white sugar. Now we go to the brown sugar. So the same process. You'll just have to stir this to make sure there are no lumps present. Does not have to be sifted because the particles of a brown sugar is quite big and it will have difficult time to pass through to the sifter. So just have to stir it. Unlike the white sugar, when you measure the brown sugar, you need to compress it. By using spoon, you press it down to the measuring cup. So, you just scoop the brown sugar inside. Then, you push it a little bit harder in order for the brown sugar to take the shape of the measuring cup. So that way you will be able to get the accurate measurement that you will be needing for the brown sugar. So in this demonstration, I am using the 1/8 cup. Supposing your recipe requires you to have 1/8 cup of brown sugar. So this is what you need to do. You scoop inside and then you gently press it using the spoon until you feel that the sugar already take the shape of the cup. So you will know that you have you get the correct measurement already when you invert the measuring cup and the sugar takes the shape of the cup. That's your 1/8 cup of brown sugar. We are now done measuring the flour, sugar, both white and brown. So we proceed in measuring dry ingredients, but is required in minimal amount, just like salt and baking powder. So baking powder has the same texture of flour. So it also has the tendency to be closely compact when stored for a long time. So what you need to do is, using the chopstick, you will just have to mix it to avoid lumps or to destroy the lumps that have formed. So once you're done stirring it, you'll just have to scoop it. Okay. So supposing I will be using 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So I will just scoop it using the spoon until it's heaping. Okay. So once it's heaping, level it off. The same procedure that we have done earlier. Level it off with the use of spatula. Here is your 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So next is salt. So since salt is required in very minimal amount only, you can just directly scoop it. So I'm using here 1/2 teaspoon. I'll be scooping it directly here and then until it's heaping, and then level it off using the spatula. So this is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so now we're done measuring all the dry ingredients. The next one is to measure the liquid ingredients. So we will no longer be needing all those materials or tools that we used earlier, just like the sifter, because we will now be measuring liquid. What we need is just this transparent measuring cup with calibration. The transparent measuring cup that I have here is calibrated with units in cubic centimeter and in grams. So if you're going to measure liquid, you will be using the cubic centimeter, or it is also equivalent to milliliters. So if example, you will be needing 100 milliliters of water, that will also equal to 100 cubic centimeters of water. So in measuring liquid ingredients, you do not hold the cup up high. You have to find a flat surface where you can place the measuring cup, and then you, as the one who will be measuring, you have to bend down so that your eye is leveled to the measuring cup. Then once you are already bended down, you have to pour in the water. No? So in this case, we will be needing 100 milliliters of water. You have to make sure that the water inside is stable. Okay? So this is your 100 milliliters of water. By the way, this liquid measuring cup is only ideal in measuring large amount of liquid ingredients. But if you're going to measure ingredients that is required only in small amounts like vanilla, you need to use measuring spoon, because usually in recipes, vanilla is only required for 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. So you will be needing this measuring spoon. Supposing I need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So this is what I'm going to use. Simple. Just like you are taking medication or your syrup medication. You pour it in the spoon until it's full. Then, this is your 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Same goes with oil. There you go, my dearest learners. That is how to measure both liquid and dry ingredients in baking. So I hope you learned something from me. Thank you for watching and goodbye.